business. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776. Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyperlocal audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out.
Thank you for listening to Lone Star Community Radio. This program was broadcasted and recorded live from the LSCR studios in downtown Conroe, Texas. Lone Star Community Radio is supported by listeners like you. Donate and sponsor today. For more information on getting involved with Lone Star Community Radio, contact us at lscrstudios@gmail.com or visit us online at www.irlonestar.com.
You are listening to the Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monday, the day after Easter. I am Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News, all about what's going on in Conroe and the surrounding area. You can listen to us on FM 104.5, 106.1, live streaming, irlonestar.com. We are on Facebook Live, Conroe Culture News, and we are also on YouTube Live. And we are broadcasting from downtown Conroe at City Hall, Lone Star Community Radio. Today, my guests are going to be Ty and Amy Nordic. They are with Cherokee Outlaw Ranch. We're going to hear about who they are, what they do out just east of Willis, and their fundraiser, how you can get involved. And in the second half, we will hear from Ken Collier. He is with Trels Home for Children. Hear all about what they do and their event that they have coming up. This show is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic. They are located at 3033 West Davis, over by Taco Bell and Conroe High School. They treat everybody from infants to seniors, weekend athletes to professionals, with a way of helping them heal, stop pain, but also live a better life. And Dr. Stacy Rogers is a clinical nutrition. She helps with extremities, hands, feet, arms, legs, all of that. She has a staff of 4 other doctors to help you feel good and live better, live happier, without pain and without doing anything intrusive. If you are not a patient of Dr. Stacy Rogers, Roger Stein Chiropractic, you can come in for your first visit. It's $28, and it all goes back to CASA, kids in CPS custody. And that's Roger Stein Chiropractic, 3033 West Davis in Conroe. Our other sponsor is the Lake Conroe Group, and they are your place for investing, buying, selling real estate. The Lake Conroe Group, go on our website to find out more about them. So, a few things going on around. Yes, there's life still after Easter. We have a lot of things going on and a lot of live music this week in downtown Conroe. The first Thursday concert starts this Thursday, April 13th at Heritage Park, and that goes all the way through September, and the rest of the free concerts will be on the very first Thursday of the month at the same place, Heritage Place Park. It's absolutely free. The concert starts at 7 p.m. with Double Vision. That's a tribute to Foreigner. Of course, it's Double Vision. So food and drinks may be brought in, but no glass containers. And again, it's absolutely free. Stage Right is having their second weekend of performance, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, of Much Ado About Nothing. And if you know anything about Much Ado About Nothing, that's a Shakespearean performance, and that will be at the Crichton Theater through Sunday, April 23rd. Get tickets at crichtontheater.org. This week is also the second Conroe Crossroads Music Festival. More music coming your way. It's a 4-day event starting Thursday, April 13th through Sunday, April 16th at 8 venues with 40 different performances, including 202 Main, 219 Social House, the Red Brick Tavern, the Corner Pub, Pacific Yard House, the Table at Madeley, Founders Plaza, the Firm Meadery, and Margaritaville Lake Resort. That's the only one that's not downtown. Tickets for each show can be purchased separately on a 4-day pass, guarantees access to all shows. You can go to conroecrossroads.com. Also happening at the Owen Theater, and that's in another couple of weeks, Friday, April 21st through Sunday, May 7th, will be Noises Off. And that's a look inside what really happens on and off stage behind a performance at a small theater. That's put on by the Players Theater Company, and you can get tickets at owentheater.com. Did you know that there's 2 more venues, brand new, in downtown Conroe? Small Town Famous opened up at 312 Metcalf, and that's like diagonal from the Owen Theater, and they have Western chic apparel for men and women with accessories, and 219 Social House is now open at 219 Simonton in downtown for food, drinks, ambiance, and their second floor balcony. Check them out. Maybe while you're going to watch the Conroe Crossroads Music Festival. So that's a few things of what's going on around town. We're going to take a quick break and be back for our first segment, all about Cherokee Outlaw Ranch.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment, or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
Hello, and we are back. I am Margie Taylor, your host, and I'm sitting across from Ty and Amy Nordick. They're with Cherokee Outlaw Ranch, and we're going to find out, what is that? I've never heard of that. How long have y'all been around?
Well, we've been here for about 7 years, but we started the ranch probably a year and a half ago.
Okay.
I was a strength and conditioning coach my entire life, and so I worked with kids from grade school all the way up through college, and just loved working with kids. And I kind of retired from that about 2 years ago, and always had horses, loved horses, and we had a heart to rescue horses and find these ones that have been abandoned and neglected and abused and bring them out to our ranch and kind of rehabilitate them. And that was going pretty good. And then Amy's like, I know you miss working with kids. Why don't you do some lessons or do something like that? So the more we talked about that, we said that would be a perfect combination if we can make it work somehow.
Yeah.
And so then we decided to reach out to kids who have also been neglected and abused and have suffered trauma and maybe have ADHD or high anxiety, that kind of thing. And it's been taken off and going really well. So.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
You know, I'm envisioning some kind of partnership with my second guest today with Trels Home for Children too.
Yes.
Maybe y'all need to talk.
We do.
I mean, wow, I don't know how I did that, but hey, it works. So that's exciting. So where are you located?
So we are about 13 miles outside of Willis. So if you go down 1097 to 150 and then head towards Cleveland on 1725, we're just off of there. So it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to get out there.
It's kind of the back way to Livingston.
Yeah, exactly.
We used to go that way a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so you have horses. How many horses do you have there?
Right now we have 15. We didn't plan on that many, but we kept getting calls once we got...
15's a good number.
Yeah.
But it costs money.
It does, a lot
right?
more than we envisioned, especially last year because there was such that drought, and they only got 2 cuttings of hay versus their normal 4. So hay prices went through the roof, and we had to, constantly hay the horses, and it pretty much ate us alive trying to self-fund everything. So getting some sponsors and some donors.
But you're a nonprofit,
yes,
right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So if anybody wants to help out, it's tax deductible.
It is.
Correct?
Correct, yep.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Very good.
we've had some individuals that stepped up and helped us. We have a couple that have, pledged some money for every single month to try to help out. And so we're doing better than breaking even. We don't take any salary. We don't have any paid staff or anything. Everything goes to the ranch. Everything goes to the horses and to equipment needs, facility needs, and that kind of stuff at this point. So just
You're
trying
passionate about it.
Yes, yeah, it's definitely our passion, and we both love it. Amy's more of a city girl.
Amy, tell me what's your role here?
I just help out where I can, to be honest with you. I mean, it's just the
You
two
do what he
of
says?
us.
Is that what
Yeah.
happens?
And, when we have a group of kids that come out, we're having to saddle 7 or 8 horses at a time. And he's like, all right, round them up. And he just dictates what I do, basically.
Well,
his
he
helping
organizes
hand.
the way that it goes, right?
Exactly,
And then
yeah.
you help out as you
I
can.
do, yeah.
So you
Brush the
saddle
horses,
them up. Do
get
you
'em
ride as
ready.
well?
I do, yeah. It all kind of started because I had an accident actually off of a horse. And so it was kind of traumatic situation for us and for me. And actually it was a physical therapist that was like, you guys need to become a 501c3. And that started the whole spark, basically. So we started looking into that, and then we started reaching out and saying, how can we help others? So that's how we kind of began our dream.
How much property do you have out there?
We have 27 acres, and it's enough right now for 15 horses, but if we get any more, we'll have to try to figure out something else. But we're always on the lookout for a little bit more, but as you know, everything keeps pushing that way from Houston, so land prices keep going up and up and up, so we're probably locked into 27 acres at this point.
Well,
so.
and you feed them twice a day?
Yeah, usually, yeah. And in the wintertime, for sure, twice a day. In the summertime, right now, the grass
let
is
'em
coming up.
graze.
They're doing
They're
much better, yeah.
grazing,
So
yeah.
we just give them once a
And then
day.
you have to have somebody come out there and check them. And
Yep, we have vets come
Their
out
hoofs
every
and-
3 to 5 months and a farrier every few months. And yeah, just all adding to the expense of keeping these things
But
going.
you're still having fun.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
as long as you're still having fun. So, speaking of money, you're having a fundraiser, right?
We
Yes.
are.
April 29th, Saturday, April 29th, from 3 to 7 p.m. What are you going to do at the fundraiser?
Well, we're having a lot of stuff going on. Kevin Black and Colton Black. That's Clint
Those are big
Black's.
names.
Yeah, Clint Black's brother and nephew. They're going to be playing a concert for us out there from 5 to 7. The fundraiser starts at 3, and we're going to have horse and pony rides. We have a petting zoo. We have local vendors coming out. We have food trucks coming out. We're having a silent auction. What else we got going on? Just games and
stuff.
activities for
We
kids.
just-
So lots of
we have
stuff.
We have an area for the kids to learn how to rope, and then we also will do cornhole and things like that for the little kids. Face painting.
Yep.
Just a lot of
Outside
activities.
stuff.
Outside stuff. Yep.
Yeah.
Rain or shine, come out, and if it's a little wet, we're going to get a little muddy,
Figure
but
it out.
we're still going to have
It
fun.
likely won't be cold.
Yeah, I know.
So you just get wet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring your umbrella.
Figure it out. So I imagine you got that through Dave Clemens?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
He's a good guy. Great
Yeah.
photographer.
Yep.
I
and-
know him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
he's been
that's
super
good.
helpful. They have their own nonprofit that they work with the Rett syndrome. I forget the exact name of it.
Raising a
but-
Hand?
Yes, that's it. And so we talked about that, and we're going to try to partner with them as well.
Good.
So yeah, so lots of
I think
exciting
he's in
stuff.
his 3rd volume of that book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a few things.
Yeah, you do. Well
No,
connected.
he's a great, he's a great guy. So what's the fee to come to the fundraiser?
So the tickets are $30.
Okay.
And basically, that all goes back into the ranch, so that's part of the fundraiser. And then, of course, we'll be hoping to get more funds raised at the fundraiser. But that's just to come out and have a great 4 hours of fun and activities and hear some really good
Easy
music.
going.
And yeah.
Just meet the horses
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
and kind of see what
Do they have personalities?
they
Oh,
do.
yeah.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness. It's amazing though how many we've rescued, right? And then you put a child on them and they become different. They just are amazing with every level.
Everybody wants a pony, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah. So how often do you recommend they come out?
Well, it really depends on the level that they're at. Some kids just want to come out and pet the ponies or brush them. They're kind of afraid to ride at first. Some want to come out and ride. So we have kids that come out once a week. We have kids that come out once every other week. We partnered with H-Town Dream Center which I don't know if you know a lot about them, but they do stuff with abused women's and go into women's, battered women's shelters and house them and help them get back on their feet. They do an incredible ministry and work. So we're happy to have them as a partner. And they bring their entire group out, which is about 20 to 25 people, which is tough with just the two of us. It's a challenge, but the kids come out and they're hugging their mom's leg and they won't leave their mom at the very beginning, and by the time we're out there for half hour, 45 minutes, man, they're out leading the horses or on the horses themselves, smiling and laughing. Oh, it does. They just transform right before your eyes.
Well, another one you might think about is Montgomery County Youth Services, Yes to Youth, and they are in Willis. They're by Willis High School,
Okay.
off Fraser Road.
Okay.
I used to work there for many years.
Oh, good.
And it's with kids are in temporary shelter.
Oh, okay.
Over there.
We would love
Okay.
that.
So that's something you might want to think about too.
Absolutely.
So who are your sponsors? Tell me who your sponsors are.
Well, H-Town Dream Center helps sponsor us for one. And
Okay.
then Republic Grand Ranch is also a great sponsor for us. Jimmy Thompson State Farm in Willis has become a sponsor. And we have several smaller sponsors or donors really that are kind of helping us out. But those three are the big ones that are kind of helping get this whole thing done. Putting on this fundraiser is obviously not a free event, so it's they're offsetting a lot of the costs with their
Good.
sponsorships, which is super helpful.
That's the whole point of having a fundraiser.
Yep.
Is to have others pay for it.
And I got kind of cynical as I've gotten older, kind of thinking that people are kind of hard-hearted and everything, and I've found just so many generous people.
Montgomery County is very giving.
Yeah, such
Very
big
giving.
hearts. It's
They
really
really are.
been
And there's
encouraging.
many nonprofits. So, as much as you can get involved, chambers work too. To get involved in
Yes.
chambers of commerce. The local one here is in Conroe, Lake Conroe. It's just down the road, actually, like steps away from here.
Okay.
And it's a great way to get involved with the community. They have a networking breakfast and after hours, and I mean, it broadens your range of people that you're connected to that can share that information. So, can you still do sponsorships?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're always looking for new sponsors.
What's the best way to get in touch with you about that?
Probably the easiest way is just calling my cell phone or emailing me.
And what is that?
The cell phone is 936-200-1835. And my email is just ty, at CherokeeOutlawRanch.org.
Simple.
Yep.
So go to Cherokee Outlaw Ranch and probably find all that information as well.
And you can
right?
donate right from the website if you want to.
Oh, well, that would be easy too.
There's just a donate button you click on, and you can actually decide if you want to do, equine care as a sponsor, or you want to sponsor a child for riding lessons, or if you want to sponsor just to the general fund, or just to
Ongoing
equipment.
one time, whatever
Yeah,
you want to do.
Whatever you want to do.
Or maybe they just need to come out and visit with you and see what your biggest needs are.
Yes. Yep.
That would be wonderful.
And we're always happy to have people
It's
out and show
always
them around.
much easier if people come out to see your location and they don't have to
Yeah.
vision what it is.
Because you're not going to just drive by us. I mean,
Yeah.
we're kind of
drive
we're out in the boonies, so
So they need to call and get an appointment and make sure that
Yeah.
you know that they're
Right.
coming and so forth.
Yes.
we're
very good.
off the beaten path for
We
sure.
are.
Well, best place for a horse ranch, right?
Yes. Yep.
Keep them calm and not scared. And I suppose you also need volunteers,
Oh,
right?
yes.
Yep, we do.
Definitely.
Since it's just y'all, you don't have any volunteers?
We have a few,
Yeah.
not anybody real regular at this point, but several people that have said, "Hey, let us know when you need something and call us, and we'll
That's
come
not
out."
good enough. You need to tell them
yeah,
when they need to come.
Yeah, we need some.
Yeah, because that day will never come.
Right.
Well, and we actually have quite a few that are coming out for
Good.
the event, so that will be good.
Yeah, and I did want to give a shout out to Sam Houston State University. There,
Oh, wonderful.
They have a fraternity of ag kids that are in the ag program, and they're going to come out and volunteer, help us with the horses, help us with the setup, help us with the takedown, everything. They're really good.
It's a good experience for them as well.
Yeah.
Well, and I work for Phillips 66, and so we have, in the aviation department, we have several people that are coming out for that day too. So,
Good.
yeah,
You have to take lots of photos.
we
Oh,
will.
yeah. Yep.
Capture the moment.
Yep, we'll send them to you, and you can help us post them.
Or you can come join us, one of the two.
Yes, I have an event earlier that day. We'll see.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Food, music, games, entertainment. Kevin and Colton Black, horseback riding, pony rides, games for kids, $30 online. Wow, this sounds like fun. I think Dick will probably go.
Come on out, Dick.
Yeah, he likes fun. So does his wife, Holly. What else? What else you want to tell me? What's in the future for y'all?
Well, the biggest thing for the raising of the funds right now is for an indoor riding arena, or at least a covered arena. We've been
That's a
rained
good
out.
idea.
More than half of our sessions have been rained out this year. If it's not raining, it's so muddy from the rain that we can't use the arena. And then by the time it dries out, it's raining again. So it's been really tough to get all the sessions covered.
Yeah.
And then in the summertime, it's just so stinking hot that, kids that are 7 to 12 years old, there's no shade out there. So they don't want to be out there getting the sun beat down on them at 100 degrees. And
Sure.
so if it's covered and we had some fans.
Ty, what do you think that would cost?
Well, a completely indoor arena is about $350,000. Just covered would be about $225,000. So we'd like to get an indoor arena if we can, because then in the cold months we can still have enough heat just to keep things going, and that way the kids that really need it don't have to take huge breaks. They can keep coming even in December and January, February.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the goal.
I have a story too, because there was this one little girl that was dealing with anxiety, and she came out for the first time, and she wouldn't even leave her mom's side. And we finally got her on the horse. And by the time she was on the horse for about 10 minutes, she completely changed. She started talking to us. She was saying, Miss Amy, Mr. Ty, and just totally different child. And the parents were just in tears. So, I mean, it's amazing.
That's exciting for you as well.
It is. It totally makes it worth it, because it's just the confidence that they are gaining from this is an amazing thing to see. So we want to continue that work for sure.
And she said she doesn't really do that much out there, but just, the way she is with people, it's amazing. I couldn't ask for a better partner.
She's modest.
Yeah, she's she does a lot more than she says. She's cooking, hamburgers and hot dogs for kids, that are out there for a couple hours just so they have something
teamwork.
to eat.
You have to work in tandem, or you don't get it done, right?
She's just always looking for something to do and to help,
Yeah.
and so it's been a really good partnership, and I think it's been really good for our marriage. It's brought us even closer.
Well, and we tried
You're working
to,
towards a goal.
Yeah, exactly. And we tried to feed the H-Town Dream Center when they come out, so that they have some food.
Where are they located?
They are in Splendora.
Yeah.
Yep, just off of 69.
Okay.
Yeah.
We used to live in Splendora.
Yep.
Have they been around very long?
No, they just moved from Conroe to
Oh,
Splendora,
okay. So they used to be in
yeah.
downtown Conroe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I understand. I thought it was the same one, but I wasn't
Yes.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah, they found some more land to build some more tiny homes for the people that are staying with them.
Okay.
So,
Well,
yeah.
very good.
Yeah, and they've been great, super supportive and helpful. So, and that's what we found with everybody. Once they find out what we're doing and what our mission is, they're just all about helping out and pitching in, and what can we do to further the program. And we could not do this ourselves. There's just no way. So,
No.
the people that have stepped up to help has been huge.
Well, and you have been working with autistic. One of our neighbors is, high functioning autistic child, and it's amazing what it does for him too, because, they're all over the place, and then they get on the horse.
Horses are just a way to connect.
It's
It
just
doesn't matter who you
amazing.
are. There's another
Yeah.
facility that does it with vets.
Right.
And that have PTSD and different things.
Yeah.
It just opens up who you are and makes the individual feel more confident, I think.
It does.
I don't know that much about horses. We once had 2 longhorns, the mom and the baby, and 2 horses, 3 donkeys, and we lived out on 9 acres in Splendora.
Okay.
And ponds and chickens and
Well, and what we found too is there's such a cool
geese.
parallel between the horses and the kids. Sometimes we
Yeah.
get these horses, and we can't get within 30 feet of them, and they're running off. They're scared to death of us. They don't want us
they
to
like
touch
the
them.
kids.
Yeah, but after a while, they're coming up to us in the pasture. They're, they just become more friendly once they build that trust with us. And I think it's the same with the kids. Once they can kind of trust us, trust the horses, trust the whole program,
It's a good
they
partnership.
just open up. Yeah.
I've seen that horses do have different personalities
They
too,
do. They
and they
do.
connect with other people. They have different insight that we don't realize.
Right. Yeah. There's a connection for sure, but I think it's also good just for kids to get out in the open, in the country. Get away
I
from
agree.
their televisions and their
I
devices.
agree. That's
and-
why I emphasize this is an outdoor event.
Yeah.
That you're going to be doing lots of things out there.
Right. Just be
And it's
kids.
good. It's good to put the phones down and the games and get outside and connect with nature and animals.
Right.
You know, it's just a feel-good thing.
Just let your hair down and
You know, any time of
have
the
a
year.
good time out there.
Absolutely.
is,
I agree.
yeah.
So that is Cherokee Outlaw Ranch, and your website is CherokeeOutlawRanch.org. Ty and Amy, and their event is Saturday, April 29th, the last Saturday of the month from 3 to 7 p.m. And it's going to be a pasture party. I
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
think I've heard of a pasture party before. But
be.
entertainment by Kevin and Colton Black, horseback riding, pony rides, games for kids, food. I mean,
Can't miss.
how can you go wrong with that?
Yeah, and you probably need the address. So it's 91 Scott Lane.
90, I have that. Oh, yeah, 91 Scott Lane, Willis, Texas, but don't get hung up on the Willis, right? Go beyond Willis. It's just a formality.
We're in the
But
very
you stay
corner.
on 1097 and just put that into your phone and you'll get there.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And we'll have some
You
signs up on the road too, so
Yeah.
if anybody
That's probably a good
gets
idea.
kind of lost, we'll have
Yeah.
signs to point them to us.
So what am I missing? Anything else?
I don't think so.
I don't think
you
so,
touched
just,
on all of it.
You know, the more the merrier. Bring your family out. Bring your grandkids out.
I mean, we're going to have a lot of booths too, some local vendors that
Yeah.
will have their booths there selling some things too. So that will be fun to meet some local people. Sell T-shirts and jams and canned fruits and vegetables, that kind of thing. And
It's
then
just kind of
juice
a
company.
festival kind of thing.
It is. So
Almost
Yeah.
like a little mini farmer's market.
a little
that are-
bit.
So don't dress
I'll
up.
be up
Just
there.
bring
No.
your whatever, your shorts, your jeans, your boots, and
Yep.
Make sure you
get ready.
Yeah.
Maybe your
you
umbrella.
might get muddy.
So-
You might.
Who knows? I mean, it is April.
Yep.
April showers, you know, all that.
Right. Exactly. Bring
And
your
watch where you're
flowers.
walking. There's a couple surprises out in the pasture every
Yeah.
now and then.
Well, they are horses, right?
Exactly.
They are.
Yep.
Yeah.
They tend to not clean up after themselves.
They don't very well, no.
Crazy things. Okay, well, perfect. Thank you very much for coming on the show. I appreciate it, and look forward to hearing more about what you're doing there,
Well,
the horse
appreciate you.
business.
Yes, ma'am. Well, thanks so
Yes.
much for having us.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Team Sinisi is a proud sponsor of Conroe Culture News. Vinny Sinisi and his professional team provide comprehensive real estate services throughout the greater Montgomery County area and beyond. Whether looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate, Team Sinisi has an impeccable reputation. Contact Team Sinisi for a great experience at teamsinisi.com. That's TEAMSINISI.com.
A Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for summer internship opportunities, a Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to grab the mic and be on the air. A Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world all year round. Be an on-air personality, talk show producer, or YouTube, TV, podcast editor. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776.
Have a legal question? Are you a resident of Montgomery County? Call 281-645-6344 to talk to a volunteer attorney from the Woodlands Bar Association. We answer the phones on the first Monday of every month at 281-645-6344 from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. to provide general legal information and information about legal resources to Montgomery County residents.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Mike from Dance Time in Texas. Join me Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. as I count down the top 10 Texas Red Dirt songs that are packing the dance floor. I'll be featuring local artists and the story behind the hits, shows in the area, as well as new songs that make you want to dance. It's Dance Time in Texas with DJ Mike on Lone Star Community Radio, 104.5 KCZW and 106.1 KZCC, Conroe, Texas, or online, irlonestar.com.
An estimated 1 in 10 births will result in a neonatal intensive care stay, also known as the NICU. Overnight, a family can find themselves and their newborn baby in a critical situation. The Mila Foundation financially and spiritually assists families in need. If you would like to volunteer or become a monthly sponsor, please visit us at www.themilafoundation.org. Again, that's www.themilafoundation.org, because every life matters.
And we are back in our second segment today. I am sitting across from Ken Collier, and he is with Trels Home for Children. And you have one existing and two more opening, is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so we're going to learn all about that and how you can get involved, what they do, and they have an event coming up as well. So tell me a little bit about your organization.
First, thank you for having me on. As you mentioned, I am with Trels Home for Children. We are a nonprofit right here in Montgomery County, located in Conroe, and that is our emergency shelter that we currently have existing today. And as you mentioned, we have two new locations coming up, one in Magnolia and one in Spring. And what we do is we take care of kids who are in the state foster care system, who have been abandoned for numerous reasons, and we try to love on them, give them a place to stay that's safe, support them, and encourage them.
And the kids you have are like 11 to 18 or 9 to 18, something like that?
Yeah, so that's our sweet spot. We're actually licensed for 0 to 17, but we normally keep it about 11 to 17, and it's girls or boys.
Oh, okay. Wow, okay. That's different because a lot of them are either just all girls or all boys. And I know Youth Services takes both, but I'm not sure what they're doing right now. So you have a capacity of 8 right now at the current home?
11.
11. And then you are about to open one in Spring and Magnolia. And one will house up to 11 youth, and the other one will house up to 8. But they're a little bit different, right?
That is correct.
So tell me about those two places as well.
Great. So the one in Magnolia is actually called an IPTP. That is an intensive psychiatric treatment center. So those kids will need a little bit more care, a little bit more love, a little bit more support. That's where we'll have 8 kiddos with individuals that are like counseling, psychiatrists, those type of clinical personnel in the room at all times taking care of those children. And then the one in Spring, it's going to be what we call a residential treatment center, where it's just your normal group homes kind of setting. Non-restrictive, just an amazing program to help them grow, to support them, and basically let them be normal.
So the one that you have right now in Conroe, do they attend Conroe ISD schools?
Yes, they do.
Okay, and then the one in Spring, they will also attend the close school in Spring ISD, I imagine.
That is correct.
And then Magnolia, though, is a little different, right?
That is correct.
You're going to have your own school there?
Yes. So they will go to school on site. We will have an ISD come out and teach them there for about 4 hours a day.
That's great.
Yeah.
So those kids have had other issues in their life, unfortunate to them, that they need more closer watch. How long can the kids stay at any of the locations?
So the one in Conroe, it's an emergency shelter. Technically, they're supposed to stay 90 days as per regulation, but some stay about 100 to 120 days. The one in Magnolia will be a little bit different. Obviously, we don't want them to stay longer, right? Because it's a psychiatric treatment program, so we want to try to help them, normalize, kind of reset sooner. but they have the ability to stay as long as they need. And then the one in Spring is a residential treatment center, so it's a long-term facility. So honestly, if they come to us at 0, if they come to us to 17, they can stay until their age out. Texas age, is
Wow.
18.
That's unusual because most are the emergency shelters where it is 90 days, because I've been familiar with and involved with several of them around locally. So that's interesting, and that is much needed, and it provides some stability for those kids too. Are they adoptable, or how does that work?
So
Or fostering or any of that?
Yeah, no, you're hitting right on the head. So those kids that are in our facilities, there's a process, right? They have caseworkers, they have CASA workers, attorney ad litem, the whole nine. So those kiddos, if they do what's necessary, follow the treatment plan, yes, they can be adopted. But then we also have, and I know we haven't talked about it, but we have a child placement agency where we're able to work directly with, the DFPSs and the other organizations. Those are kiddos that are not technically in our facility, but, they're in state custody where we can find them, very loving homes.
You do it all.
We're trying.
You must be very passionate about taking care of the children and the youth in our community.
We are. I mean, we started this because of our son who's passed away. This is in his honor, so we're very passionate about loving on kids in his honor.
I understand that. I lost a son a year ago.
Yes, ma'am.
It's very challenging, and you have to have a purpose to move forward after that.
Yes.
I understand that. So, you have lots of opportunities and things that you do. You do a mentorship, volunteering, fundraising. So how do you offer mentorship, or do you bring in other people to do mentorship? Tell me what that means.
So we actually bring in other people who have a heart to work with these kiddos, to mentor them in a one-on-one setting, to provide stability to their lives. A lot of these kids feel abandoned. So we wanted to do something that we can provide to them where they have a little bit more, I guess, a closer relationship, we'll say, with someone else outside of their counseling
One-on-one.
team. Correct. Outside of, obviously, the direct care staff, to give them a different face, a different,
It's
voice.
more personal.
Correct.
So how often do they come in to be with that youth?
So it's really dependent upon their schedule. We want them to commit a minimum of 6 months, as I mentioned, to build that stability for the kiddos. And we know life happens where, everyone may not be able to do a year or 6 months, but we try to work with that. And they can come in as little as much as needed as per, the child's, obviously, recommendation of their other schedule that they may have for school, counseling, other than that. But we would love for them to come in as often as they can.
Good. So if you have a male, do you try to get a male mentor, so they can kind of understand a little more, and the same with the females, female kind of thing? And what age are they usually start with the mentorship program? Not the adults, but the children.
So if the child is mature enough to handle it, we really won't cap the age per se. But for safety reasons, we try to make sure they're a little bit older, like maybe
teenagers.
Yeah, like 12 or
so,
13 and
11,
up.
12,
Correct.
depending.
Correct.
Okay, because then it starts them on the right track.
Correct.
And having somebody that they can trust, confide in, that's different. That's not a staff person or anything like that.
Yeah, you got it.
No, I get it.
It's true, yes.
I used to work at a shelter, so I understand that completely. So tell me what kind of volunteers you're looking for, because you need to make sure that they're safe and all of that, and I know they have to comply with your regulations. Yes. Talk to me about volunteering.
So volunteering, we really have left that open. We have individuals who come in and do baking classes, arts and crafts, or who they just want to come in and do story time. Like, there's a lot of different ways you can volunteer with us. We do not tell you what to do. We just ask everyone to present to us what they want to do. We kind of get that on the calendar. We set that up. And to your point, yes.
Are they monitored?
Yeah, so we don't have staff like right there on top of them, but they're close enough. If a behavior happens, or if a child needs a breather or something like that, we're obviously trained to get that child de-escalated and
Right.
back to their normal selves. But we also work with our volunteers and take them through training. So that obviously for obvious reasons, right? They have to be able to pass a background check per DFPS.
Perfect. That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
All of
yes.
that.
yes. And then there are some other trainings that they can go through to notice when behaviors are starting to kind of brew up, and notice that, hey, you know what, Miss Taylor needs a break. Let's just give Miss Taylor a break. And hey, Ken, you mind giving Miss Taylor a break? So we try to work with them as well to show them how to recognize those behaviors that are occurring.
Very good. So how long have you been working in this industry?
Man, that's funny. My wife and I started this in 2019, and to be completely honest, she has been the brains behind the operation. I literally this year just walked away from my corporate job to go full time
Really?
with
That's
this.
exciting.
So I am very excited about it. It was scary, but I'm very excited about it because I'm very passionate about it. We have a heart for this. So she's been doing it a lot longer than I have. I've been around it obviously from the beginning, so I understand what happens, how it needs to happen, and trying to do those things together.
And you both are very educated on this as well.
We try.
And you bring in partners that also can help you with their backgrounds.
Correct. We can't do it alone. We tell everybody it's our community. It is not us. We just cast a vision, and sometimes it's a collaboration of a vision, and we allow our community partners to do what they do to make, obviously, the whole organization and themselves look amazing.
Well, I've noticed you because I stay on top of things that are coming from all different angles of news, and y'all are doing a pretty good job of getting out there, too.
Thank you.
So that's wonderful of an organization. How long has the one in Conroe been here?
We took our first child in 2020. We opened in 2019, all the legalities, the uncertainty of what was happening with COVID, things kind of slowed.
So that's maybe why I haven't heard of you before.
Correct. And we've only been in Texas since 2019. We moved here for this mission.
From where?
We moved here from Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, okay. It's different, huh?
Very much so.
Yeah, it's different. But it's good different.
We love it. We honestly love it.
The community really supports children, nonprofits, things like that. So you have an event coming up. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, man. Time is flying. The end of the month, on the 29th, we'll be hosting our second annual gala. The Great Gatsby is the theme. So we got it all.
The 20s.
Yeah, so you're right. So we're going to be all dressed in 20s, our nice little,
This is the
suits.
20s, right?
Yeah.
Only the wrong era. But yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun. We got iHost coming out to do Casino Night, so everything that we do, it's a way of fundraising for the organization, for the new capacity bills that are coming on board. We got a bunch of other fun stuff that I won't give away. Hopefully everyone is able to make it in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Literally, we're going to try to stream, if we can, on online some of the highlights of the event. But it's going to be a fun time. We just really want people to come, as you mentioned, put their 20s theme on, enjoy a night of fun, non-gambling related casino events, enjoy a great meal, and most importantly, just really to network, learn what each other in the room do, how each other support Trels. That's really what it's about, bringing people together so they can see the other community partners.
So where are you having this, and what time, and what are all the specific details?
So we are having it at the Walden Yacht Club in Montgomery. So we're going to be on Lake Conroe. It is starting at 6 p.m. It will go until, I believe, 10 p.m. So from 6 to 7, there will be what we'll call a more formalized event where, you'll get the reason why we do this. You'll get stories about kiddos that have done amazing in our program and doing some amazing things outside of our program. We have one graduate that graduated, I believe, last year or the year before, and she's back in the area doing amazing things, working. So we'll definitely highlight those types of things. And then from 7 on, it's just a networking event. Individuals in the room will be able to do participate in our live auction, our silent auction, again, participate in any of the casino games that will be there. So it's just going to be a fun time out on Lake Conroe. So we're just hoping that the weather plays nice with us so we can enjoy the inside and outside.
It's a beautiful location. It's a great weekend. Last Saturday of the month, April 29th. How do they get tickets?
So we are, I believe we are sold out.
Oh, wow. That's a good thing, right?
It is, but we are definitely going to verify that. So we ask everyone to please check us out on Facebook. All the information will be there. And we're literally Trels Home for Children on Facebook. That's how you'll learn more about our tickets and things like that. So in any
That's
event, we
exciting.
are, yes, ma'am, we are sold out, which I do believe we are. There are other ways to get involved, make your presence felt. We will love for those who cannot attend, hey, maybe give a small donation. One of our biggest goals outside of expanding capacity is to raise enough funds to take all of our 11 kids, and if the other buildings are open by that time, to take them on a vacation. 2 years ago, we took the kids to Kalahari, and they loved it. Obviously, that comes with extra staff, extra hands, and things that we need to have in place. But that is our goal, to expose them to things that they say they've never been exposed to.
That's a big goal.
It is. It is.
You need to have extra staff on hand.
Yes, yes.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a good goal. I mean,
Yes.
I don't think it's very often that the kids get to go on big vacations, if ever, right?
Very true.
I actually have never thought about that. That's good.
Very true. They tell us all the time, we haven't done simple things like horseback riding, or we haven't done simple things like gone to the beach.
Previous guest here on the show.
Correct.
Yeah, it's funny how things work out. I didn't realize. Both have kids, related things, and can connect. Yeah, the beach would be fun too. Absolutely.
Yep.
Even just an overnight at the beach.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
all of
something
that.
simple.
All of that, and that's our goal. I mean, of course, we want to expand capacity and provide more safe housing, for more kids to get them out of, hotels or offices, wherever they may be staying. Because that's a big issue in state of Texas. They call it CWAP, which you're probably familiar with, children without placement. So we definitely want to make
that lately.
correct. So we definitely want, that's our main focus, to do that. But our second main focus, I think we call it 1A and 1B, is to give them something amazing to look forward to.
It's so important, because what people don't realize, I used to work with homeless youth and with youth services, and I went to every secondary school in Montgomery County helping them with their needs, and that these kids go to school because it's their safe place, and it wasn't anything they did wrong. And they're not on drugs or alcohol or anything like that. They're just trying to live their life, and so you are helping them live their life.
Thank you.
And make a difference. And I have not heard of anyone that does the placement as well, and having the school and having that other opportunity for those with very specific needs. I think it's much needed, and it's very creative to do that, and you have some lofty goals that I hope you can get achieved.
Thank you.
Quite honestly.
Thank you. Yeah, we're striving.
These kids, they matter.
Yep.
And they just need a hand up from the community to help them.
Agree. We're going to keep going until we get it. Our goal is to help each child live their absolute best life, and whatever we can do to help them along the way, we're going to do it. The specialty one that we mentioned, it is under construction right now. When I leave here, I'm going to see how much work has been done. The fire sprinklers going in. That is the last step.
Wow.
Then we bring the fire marshal out. Everything gets approved. Then we bring the state out. They walk through, and after that, guess what? We're open.
So you're thinking in April?
Our fingers are crossed. April is our goal. We wanted it much sooner, but things happen for a reason, and we're okay with that.
It's always hard when you build a new facility.
Correct.
To get everything in motion and timely.
Yep.
So you have that goal, and then when do you anticipate spring will be open?
So we're looking at May for spring. It's actually going through permitting as we speak as well, for 2 different reasons, and we're hoping to get our permits for that so we can start the construction there.
Perfect. Wow, wonderful. Lots of stuff going on.
Yes.
You're going to have to expand your team, right?
Yes. I need another me.
You need staff, too.
We do. But it's a fun ride. As I mentioned earlier, that's one of the reasons I came out of my job, is to be more hands-on and focus on service, servicing the needs of the children. That's what I want to give, however long I am fortunate to live, rest of my life, to that, serving kids in the foster care system.
Glad to hear that.
Thank you.
I'm glad you were able to come on today and share your story. So this is Trels Home for Children, and they have a Facebook page, and from there that will direct you how to call them, how to get to their website, all of that information. This is Ken Collier, and what is your wife's name? Tanisha, and she is also helping you run this facility?
Yes, ma'am. As I said, she is the brains. We run it together, but she's my boss.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry to hear about the loss of your son, but sometimes when we have tragic things, it helps moves us in a direction that we never knew
Absolutely.
we had the capacity to do or never thought about. And I think you are using it in a direction. What was your son's name?
So Trels is actually part of his name. They were twins. So KJ, which is Ken Jr., he's still living out, and thank
How
God
old is he?
He's 13.
Okay.
And Trel is his twin brother. So we just took the last 4 letters and made an organization, and made it mean something. The T, I don't know if you saw this, but it's transforming. The R is restoring. The E is empowering, and L is obviously for love.
Wow. Well, I hope you do well, and I hope to see you again and hear more stories.
Thank you.
So we appreciate you coming on the show, and we appreciate our sponsors, Rogers Stein Chiropractic and the Lake Conroe Group. And our earlier guests were from the Cherokee Outlaw Ranch with their over 15 horses and what they're doing as well. You know, people have a passion to make a difference, and they go forth and do it and hope that the community jumps in and helps support them in their endeavors. Thank you very much, sir, for coming on the show, and look forward to hearing back from you again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.